Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I didn't realize what it was like to have good audio in your car until I had good audio in my car. Never really carried any kind of portable player and plugged it into my car. I do have an XM satellite radio subscription. It's built into my dashboard of sorts, and I use that for any kind of audio entertainment. However, that said, some of you may not have that option. Michael Rutherford has submitted a top 5 list. He goes by the handle Uzinos, and you might be able to catch him in the chat room at live.pirillo.com. He's got top 5 ways to safely use media players while driving. Of course, that may not actually mean while you're driving, as you will come to understand as I read through his list. Driving safely should be the top of everyone's list. However, the development of portable devices has caused thoughtless people to make it more dangerous on the road. Using phones and portable MP3 players while driving is some of the most serious dangers on the road today. Top 5 list here now is for the safe use of these portable players while driving. Some of the principles may only apply to mobile devices. You might remember the video that we had uploaded quite a few months ago when I ran into the Starbucks with my car. I thought I was parked. However, I wasn't in park, and I was messing around with the live stream. That was a costly mistake, but I'm very grateful that I wasn't doing it while I was actually on the road. Number 1, video. Don't watch it when you're driving. It's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea. If your eyes aren't on the road, then you're in danger. Save it for a cafe, park, or in your living room. Although designed to be portable, video players, they're just not designed for watching while you're driving. And to this point, I know of somebody who killed himself accidentally. He was messing with the radio and ended up crashing into a foam pole and pretty much died on the scene. It's serious. I mean, and I know I'm just as guilty for messing with other things while I'm driving, but let this serve as a reminder. Don't don't. If you don't need to watch you don't need to check your email, you don't need to watch your videos, you don't need to do that. You just need to drive. Number 2, searching songs. Searching for music while driving is as bad as watching videos. Don't find yourself scrolling through thousands of songs just to find the one you want to listen to right now. If your drive time is 35 to 40 minutes, I'm sure you can wait. This brings me to my next point. Playlists for number 3. Use the playlist designed at home for certain moods, or make one of your favorite or top-rated songs just for when you want to be in the car. This can save you from skipping dozens of songs because you don't want to listen to them as often as those that would be in this playlist. So set up the playlist ahead of time. That ties into number 4, preparation. Have the device plugged into the charger and the audio input device cable for your stereo, and have it secured in place. It's easily accessible while keeping your eyes on the road. A generic holder of some sort will usually do the trick, and these things are inexpensive. Select your desired playlist before you start driving, and if you really want to skip tracks, try and do it in a stop position, like at the traffic lights. Also, if possible, try to have the backlight display set set to constantly on. This will enable you to easily see any content at a glance, rather than having to reach over every time to activate the screen. And then number 5, get help. If you have a passenger, ask them to change the music for you. Tough as it may be for those who don't like others controlling the music in their cars, if you have to focus on the road, then it's a better choice to get someone else to search for music or skip songs. Note, if they really annoy you by constantly skipping tracks, then you can always threaten them by making them walk, and to follow tips number 1 through 4. Very good, safe driving tips. If nothing else, as I said before, let this serve as a reminder. If you're not driving, it's not a big deal. If you are driving, it's a gigantic deal. Huge deal. I'm just as guilty. My hands are not clean as far as this is concerned. And each time I realize, I'm like, I don't need to be doing this right now. I need to keep my eye on the road. Just 1 second is all it takes for something bad to happen. And you never know. You never, ever, ever know. Because even if you may have your eye on the road, that person coming your direction may not. They may be messing with their media player. Drive defensively, but at least have the odds stacked in your favor. Don't be the idiot. And I'm going to have to watch this video myself to remind me to not do that. I'll look down and I'll flip the radio dial. I've got controls on my car. The nice thing with having a Bluetooth phone is that I can connect it to my car. It's got Bluetooth functionality. So I can be completely hands-free. And that, I tell you, going hands-free with a Bluetooth phone, amazing. There's even technology that will allow you to speak what you want to listen to and have it automatically play. I find, for the most part, once I got used to the controls, I can pretty much flip between channels without necessarily leaving my eyes or moving my eyes from this view to that view. You just get used to your car's controls, and if you don't, well, then spend some time. Maybe take a half hour to kind of close your eyes and go through the car as it's parked, just to see if you can get the right location for all the various controls. You'll get used to it the more often you actually fiddle with the buttons and knobs and dials and whatnot. Anyway, thank you for those safe driving tips, at least as far as they're related to tech. Those tips were submitted to me through email. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. If you have any other driving tips, whether it's related to technology or not, I'd love to see what you have to share. If it's a good enough list, or if it brings up some discussion points, I'd love to share it with the rest of the community. And the community is right here. They're live, because we're streaming this video live out over the internet pretty much all the time. I mean, even if I'm not in front of this desk or the camera's not pointing this direction, something is going on all the time. It's just kind of the way life goes. I don't, when I go to sleep at night, I don't just disappear and float into the ether. I'm still around. And even if I'm not around, the community is. And we're chatting. It's very interactive. Helping people, talking tech, and every once in a while playing a few games. You never know what's going to be happening, but we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.